Welcome to another episode of Voices of Kakehashi. I'll be the host of this episode today. My name is Lampua from Myanmar. People call me Ryan, and I'm the producer of Voices of Kakehashi. I went to Osaka Prefectural Yuikaoka High School, and for today, I have two wonderful guests with me from the first and second batch. Can you guys please introduce yourself?
Hello everyone, I am Nur Atira Muhammad Abu Bakar from Malaysia. I am from the first batch of Asia Kakehashi project. I went to Yamaguchi Prefecture during the exchange student program. Nice to meet you guys, and I'm so glad to share my story with you guys on this episode. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu.
Yoroshiku onegaishimasu.
よろしく。皆さん、こんにちは。I am Amina from Myanmar. I am from second batch of Asia. I was placed in Kyoto Prefecture, Asia City, which is located to Kobe and Osaka. I stay with the host family, and my host school is Kobe Yamada. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu.
Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Yep. So today we're going to talk about the differences of being an exchange student between the countryside and metropolis cities in Japan.
Sounds fun.
So let's talk about our first impression in our host communities. For me, so we had this orientation camp in Osaka before actually going to our host communities, right? And I had to take the students go by different transportations and everything. But for me, I take a domestic flight from Tokyo to Osaka, and I remember looking out to Osaka from my plane window as it's landing. And I remember thinking that oh wow, this is where I'm gonna spend the next 2 months here. And I was the excitement in my in my mind was enormous, I was yeah, damn, I'm finally here, because I was we were actually preparing for this exchange for quite a long time. So that was it was very exciting. And I remember one funny story is that most of the exchange students, we had to pack our bags for 6 months. So our luggages are a bit heavy. And I remember wearing a jacket on myself to make the luggage less heavy. And when I remember the feeling when I got off the plane, the summer heat of Osaka just hit me so hard, and it was really annoying. It was I had to take monorail and a few other things from trains from my to my dorm from the airport. So. And I was sweating all the way, and it was really an uncomfortable period. I was this is not what I expected to get in Japan. You don't think about heat in Japan. You think about snows and everything. That was my first funny first impression. Yeah. How about for you, Adira?
So I just like Ryan that I didn't do any research about my house placement, because I want everything to be surprise for myself. And we had an orientation in Tokyo. And when I was in Tokyo, my expectation got higher, because everything I saw in Tokyo was really amazing. Because I was surrounded by tall buildings, and I saw a lot of technologies, and how advanced Japan's technology, right? When I arrived in Yamaguchi, everything is totally different. Especially the view, because there's no tall buildings in Yamaguchi, and I can clearly see the sky. I felt really close to nature than when I was in Tokyo. And talking about at the airport, my friends from Philippines, Hannah, actually I think this situation really familiar with the other exchange students, because they don't want their luggage to be too overweight.
And then we can have only 20 kilogram, right?
And because of that,
that's it.
She wore her winter coat, and it was summer.
Oh my
that
god.
Yeah, and everyone at the airport like staring at her while thinking why she's wearing a coat during this hot summer, and she just walked like nothing happened.
It's just like for some Japanese people, it's just like a bunch of crazy exchange students wearing winter clothes in the middle of summer heat.
Yeah. What about you, Lamin? What's your first impression of Asia?
Before going to our host community, we have to try camp in Tokyo like you first watched. So my very first impression was when I moved to my host community by bullet train. I said, wow, like you. It's so amazing and it's so fast, Before moving to my permanent host family, I have to stay in my LP home, which is in Kobe, for days. So when I got there, I realized that my host place is like a coastal city. And also my LP home is near the beach. That is so nice.
Oh wow.
Wow, nice view.
Yeah. That's not only coastal city but also mountain region because my permanent host place is on the mountain and I've already searched in Google. It's different from you.
Okay.
You prepare everything.
Yeah. After 2 days, I moved to my host permanent host area. So I think it's a kind of countryside because even vending machine we can see everywhere in Japan, but around my area there is no vending machine. So
that is really rare for Japan.
Yeah. So for convenience though, it is, it's too far to think. But I feel like I was so satisfied with my host place because one side is beach and there are also mountains on the opposite side. So in the middle there are areas. So I felt like the feeling of in countryside and also city at the same time.
Wow.
Yeah, everywhere I saw is so pleasant. So it's like a heaven.
Good for you.
Yeah.
So how about like going around in Asia, Lamin?
For going around, I mostly use train. For example, JR, Hankyu, and Hanshin. So I only have to use bus to come down to the station from mountain region. But it was only one bus in 1 hour. So when I go to school, I use bus and also train, which was provided by AFS. I don't need to pay anything. So, but if I want to go somewhere else, I have to pay by myself if I want to go somewhere else. So in that case, I use pocket money, which AFS give. So I really love AFS,
We love AFS.
Yeah. Normally, the ending time of my school is at 3 o'clock. But if I had to try Buketsu, it would be at 6 o'clock. In normal day, after finishing school at 3 p.m., I have to run to catch my bus. If I don't run, I have to wait about 1 hour in bus stop, So in that kind of day, instead of waiting in bus stop, I just go to Sanomiya or Chinatown or sometime I went to karaoke with my friend, with Jimmy's friend. Yeah. So how about you, Ryan?
Yeah, I mean, it's Osaka, so like it's a really big city. So like for me to go around, I mostly use trains and I barely use buses or taxis. I only I barely use them, and train is my go-to. And when I go to school, I usually use like Osaka Metro, and just like similar to Lamin, AFS Japan provided me with a card. I think it's an eco card. I think it's the same. Yeah. So like with that card, I can go to my school from my dorm for free. I don't have to pay anything. But if I want to go to like other places, I have to put money in that card so that I can go.
Same with me.
Yeah. So like, since it's a big city, I was like really nervous of getting lost at first. And was since Osaka has a really big, well-connected rail network going to like Kyoto, Kobe, to Nara. So like if you get lost, you might probably end up somewhere you don't even know, somewhere far away. So that was like a anxiety that I had in mind. But after spending like a couple of weeks there, I was more confident in going around, and it was really a nice experience, and I got more independent and everything. But one thing I have to say is that like whenever you get lost, you don't have to worry about it, because like the station managers and station staff there, station masters, they're really helpful, and if you get lost, they'll help you like as much as they can for you. So don't worry about it. If you get lost, like just go to them. And just one more tip for the people who's going to like big cities is that like in Japan, the transportation system is very punctual. So if you like miss a train or something like that, you have to wait and like wait for another train. It takes more time. And you usually end up running not to miss a train. And the rush hour in the big cities, it's really, really crazy. And like I experienced several times the rush hour traffic, and you have to really push through the people like to actually get into the train, or you'll miss it and you have to wait for another train. So I ended up like waking up a little bit more earlier just to go to school and avoid the rush hour.
So for me, it was really different with you guys because I stayed in countryside, and for me, I just had to walk for 5 minutes from my dorm to my school because it's really close to each other.
Yeah, that's nice.
I don't have a rush hour. So I just walk like.
That's actually nice.
Yeah. And if we need something, we'll just go to Daiso 100 yen shop. It's really famous among Asian student program. And Sun Park, the nearest mall to our school. And as for me, as a Muslim, if I go to school and then the class will end like at 3 p.m. And if I just continue to Bukatsu, it will end like too late, like 6 p.m. So I had to run back to my dorm to pray, and then I just go back to school to join the Bukatsu.
I see.
And talking about transportation, once me and my friends from Vietnam, we went to Sun Park because we want to buy some stuff. And the thing is, we are we are buying a lot of stuff without realizing the time. And then we decided to take the last bus of that day. So we checked the schedule, and suddenly the bus appeared, and it is like a few minutes earlier than what was stated on that schedule. So we just thought like, oh, maybe this is the right bus. So we just got off the bus, get on the bus, and then we didn't even care where the bus go. And suddenly the bus stopped at the station, and we realized that it is not the usual station. And we thought there would be another passenger. But suddenly the driver told us like, Miss, this is the last stop for today. So you have to get off from the bus. And we just look at each other like an idiot. And but we didn't have other choice than just pay the ticket and got off from the bus. And at first we didn't realize where are we, because it's already night. And thank God to my brain because it was working, because I suddenly I remember that it was another station, like it is a little bit far from our dorm. And that's how we find our way to go back to our dorm.
Yeah, I think like Athera story was like a great example that transportation system in Japan is like there's no too early or too late in Japan.
Yes.
It's just
Mhm.
it's right on time. So if you like if you do
Yeah,
something, if you think that this bus is just a bit earlier than we thought and you get on it, it's the wrong bus. So yeah, I think that's a great example. Yeah, talking about Daiso and 100 yen shop, I would like to say that like Daisos are actually best friends for exchange students, since like it's a great way to like save up your money if you need something. I strongly recommend to go to like 100 yen shop and Daisos to like to buy the things that you need. But you know, like for shopping in the city, I think like a lot of city students ended up spending more money than the people in the countryside, because like in the city you see like money things, you know, like you get like many shopping malls and you can get many shops, and you ended up like if you see it you probably end up buying something that you really want. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing that we had in our mind when we see it. And not only that, we also like have things like McDonald's and Starbucks, and it was like you know, you see them like when you for me, like when I see a Starbucks, my brain just went, you need to get a Starbucks, you need them. And I ended up like spending a lot of money on Starbucks. So yeah.
Hey Ryan, don't forget USJ too.
USJ,
Yeah, you know, if I invite my Japanese friend, hey, I want to go somewhere around Osaka or Kobe, they just recommend to USJ all the time. So, you know, but I really love the place. It's my dream more. But, you know, the entrance is so expensive.
Exactly.
And also,
Exactly.
and also food. But I don't need to pay the entrance fee because I have 1 year pass ticket. I didn't buy it, but I just participated in Rakugo competition,
That is,
which
wow.
is Japanese traditional telling story. It is held in Kobe. So like I just try it and I got a winner prize and also used the ticket. I get so as a present. So that's why.
Well, good for you. I mean, good for you. Yeah.
And you, Athira, how about Yamaguchi?
For me, like it was really different with you guys because we don't have USJ, we don't have karaoke. Yeah, but we have another way how to spend our time. Once, me and two of my friends from Philippines and Vietnam, Hannah and Na. We prepare some snacks. Actually, we don't really prepare. We just went to Daiso and buy some snacks. And then we just had a picnic by the beach, and then we just enjoy the view. We just sing out loud because there's no one at that beach.
That's also nice.
Yeah, we just had a romantic picnic.
Picnic.
We took a lot of pictures of ourselves and the sunset view. But at the end of the day, we didn't know that the schedule of when the bus will fetch us from that beach. So we end up call our LP to take us from that beach and send us back to our dorm.
Okay. Yeah, I think like it's a nice thing that you guys have, you know, like people in the city, you don't actually get that. Like if you go out with your friends, you usually go to karaoke's or things that you know, you don't get like that a lot. So things that you can enjoy. Yep. So it's been really fun to hear stories from you guys, but we're coming to an end of our episode. So is there any messages that you want to give to your co-highs?
I want to give a message for my co-high junior. So it is in the countryside or city. I don't want you to worry about it because, you know, Japan is a developed country and advanced technology. So each place is well balanced. I'm sure wherever you go, it will be your special experience in Japan.
Okay, for me, it doesn't matter where is your host placement, whether it is countryside or city. The most important thing that you have to enjoy your time in Japan, because by that way you will create a really sweet and unforgettable memory with your friends. So please enjoy your time in Japan. What about you, Ryan?
Yeah, I strongly agree and like with what Lamin and Athira said, and that's the message that we're trying to give in this episode is that like wherever you are, whether it's a big city or just a countryside, whether it's like both, just like Lamin, it's really the good experience that you're gonna have in Japan, and like there's no like good or bad. Things are just different. Like we're not saying like countryside is better and city is bad. It's not like that. But things are so wherever you are, your place in Japan, that's where you're gonna experience the best time in Japan, and I'm sure everyone's going to adapt well there. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. So thanks for listening to our podcast. We hope our stories will help you guys a lot.
Yeah, check out our channel and don't forget to like, subscribe to see our new videos.
We'll see you in the next episode. Bye
Bye.
Bye. Bye.